everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here with a Twin Flame weekly reading for the week of May 8th to the 14th. Okay, so I missed you all last week, and I hope Beltane was great for you. The energies were just tremendous, and just the other day, I felt something in my heart chakra. Sometimes it may present as a pinch or a contraction. But I realized I just dismissed it. But when I was looking over with the boards, there were a lot of twins who experienced the same thing as well. So that is a result of all these downloads. Frankly, they're very very potent and very strong. Okay, and during my meditation the other day, and I was connecting to the highest aspect of myself I could connect with, and it was a bit different because it was just it was like a bar of pure white light, and the energy was very blissful. And so anyway, that's just a little something I thought I'd share. You're welcome to share your experiences in the comment section. So as always, I've already prayed over the cards and shuffled them, and we'll see what the energies have in store for us this week. And at the bottom of the deck, look, we have the Two of Coins, and this is really representative of the twin flame. Remember, we were working towards the alchemical marriage, or here's Gamos. For Beltane. So this is it. A lot of people have merged. A lot of twins have merged, at least in 5D. Okay, and see, wow. This is the other twin flame card, the Three of Coins, because you're creating the third energy already. And then we have the Star, which brings enlightenment, hopes, and dreams. Putting that in the forefront. And there's this Y there, and they're telling me this is you. It's like you're on fire. You have the 4-leaf clover there for luck, and the goldfish, signifying abundance. So now is the time, and even the horseshoe there. So this is the time to really make the most of the gifts that you've been given, and of the energies that are currently being anchored here on earth, okay, and being filtered by twins to sort of release and pass on to the rest of the planet. Okay, and see here the Nine of Cups, dreams and wishes fulfilled. So very, very nice energies. We'll see what these cards have to tell us for this week. For those who are just tuning into my channel, this side is the side of the Divine Masculine. This side is the side of the Divine Feminine. You have to understand that at this time, because we're already into unity consciousness, that there will be some messages for the Divine Masculine that apply to you as well if you are the Divine Feminine, and vice versa, because you're already one with your twin. If you, of course, there is a disclaimer, not everybody who listens to this message have gotten to this stage, but you will feel it. And you will feel that even if you are physically separated and it still hasn't trickled down to 5D, there's not so much anxiety anymore in relation to the separation. In fact, some of you may even be so busy with your mission, with living out your life and spreading the light to others, to have time to really emote on the lack of presence of your twin in 3D. And that's perfectly fine, because it's like being part of your body. Let's say you have all your extremities intact, okay? You don't stop and wonder if your leg is still attached or if you still have a foot. You just know that you do. Okay? And you go through your everyday knowing that it's part of you, just like your twin is part of you. Okay, so let's go to the reading proper. The first card we have for the Divine Masculine is the Tower. Now, I've been getting this card even for private readings, okay, personal readings for the Divine Masculine, and this is a very strong, sudden energy that brings about change. For some Divine Masculines, it's going to be news. For other Divine Masculines, it's going to be an epiphany. The things that are familiar with them are going to break down. It's part of the culmination of the energies and the work that the Divine Feminine is doing to bring about the Divine Masculine's awakening. Okay, and the next card we have, see here, is the Sun card. It's like this lightning is piercing through the darkness with its light, and to bring about the sun. You know what, the Tower card, it's always drawn against a backdrop that's overcast, that it seems like it's midnight. You see all the things that are falling, the crown, the arrow, the umbrella signifying something that you think that may protect you from the rain. The bell is there to wake us up literally. And here, but all that, what is going on with the Divine Masculine right now, it's necessary to bring him to this, which is the Sun card, to come into balance with his inner Divine Feminine, primarily, and then to manifest the union between both twins in the physical. Okay, so again, going through the darkness to get to the light. And the next card we have for the Divine Masculine is the Knight of Coins. And here, the Knight of Coins, this is the slow but sure guy. So, the trickling down into 3D of whatever the masculine, the Divine Masculine, got out of his period of realization and epiphany, he's going to act on it. But this is not as rapid as his epiphany, because he's doing this in a slow but sure kind of way. That's why there is the tortoise there. But the tortoise is one of the longest lived animals in the planet. And it has its house, or its shell, that's very, very sturdy. Okay, because I don't know if you've ever held a tortoise, but here they're rather soft, and that's why they need that hard shell, which is like the Divine Masculine sometimes. They have to appear tough, strong on the outside. But all this enlightenment, his imbibing of the divine feminine within him, it's teaching him that it's okay to be vulnerable. Because in vulnerability, or in the gentleness, there is strength, just like the divine feminine. So here he is on his steed, and he's already carrying the pentacle. He's on his journey to bring this into fruition. Okay? And the last card we have for the divine masculine is the Two of Wands. And this is a card of working together. You see the two wands. In this card, one hand holds the globe, and the other one is holding the other wand. Okay? So, this is saying that the divine masculine, now he's taking his place at the table as a light bearer to bring light to the planet, because finally there's that awakening to his divine nature. And so he's carrying this wand, and the other wand, which is symbolic of the divine feminine, it's still tethered. So it's providing an anchor for the divine masculine, providing support while he takes center stage. And that's beautiful, because for the past months, even late last year, the divine feminine has been at it. And now we are seeing the results of her, how do you say it? I wouldn't say just labor, because it's really her effort of love, okay? To bring the divine masculine up to that stage where he can actually recognize and bring light to the planet. But for that to have happened, he needed to conquer the darkness inside him. And he was doing that for several months now. And so, which ushered in this sudden assistance from the divine, for him to just be, for those bits of darkness remaining inside him to be illuminated. Okay? And we're going to, let's pick some clarifying cards for that. Okay. For the Tower card, excuse me, see here? It's change. I'm sorry, wait, let me, wait, I have to turn my phone off because I don't want to get interrupted with this reading, okay? Sorry about that. Anyway, this Tower card brings change, okay? That's why it had to happen. That's his wake-up call. And for the Sun card, okay, this is the knowing, the smarts. Remember, for several, if you check out the trajectory of the divine masculine's awakening, he's always been at loggerheads with his logic. That at sometimes that spirit has a difficult time bypassing that logic. But now, even that is going to be illuminated. You can see the candles there. He now has an understanding on a 3D level, okay, what his soul knows. For the Knight of Coins, okay, this is amity, this is friendship. So for some divine masculines, they're going to approach their divine feminines with friendship at first. Remember, this is slow but sure, kind of testing out the waters, but they're going to be open to that. It's not anymore a hard block, whether in social media, or they're not hardlining anymore. They're trying to ease their way back in. And for the Two of Wands, okay, this is being bound, okay? And what this is saying is, for some divine masculines, it's still the other way around, okay? That it is still their divine feminine taking the lead, while they're the ones who are still tethered. Okay. And what they're saying is that this, okay, some of the divine masculines are also still in the trying to reconcile. This wand, what they have to do to, as a light worker, as a twin flame, your twin flame mission, with what they're currently holding in their other hand, which is what their worldly, maybe jobs, career, anyway, whatever their situation is in 3D. So they're trying to balance that. But because right now you can see the light pouring in the guise of fire, that's helping, especially if there is an anchor, which would be the other twin. Okay, and the message for the divine masculine is the Knight of Swords. And in this card, the Knight of Swords, this is a very fast energy. You can't see it so much in this deck, but it's being depicted because the sword is tilted downwards. It's actually anchored in the tree, while the winds are going upwards. And so what this is saying is that this truth that the divine masculine has tumbled onto, okay, through his epiphany, he's ready to bring it down to earth, okay? Bring it down. That's why he's reconciling what he has to do as a twin, as a light bearer, with what his earthly situation is, while receiving support from his divine feminine. Okay, let's go to the divine feminine. The first card we have for her is the Four of Coins. Okay, and in this Four of Coins, we see this man here. He's climbed up this tree in order to get a higher perspective. And in the process, he could see that in climbing this tree, that these treasures, these things that he holds precious to him, and he's holding on to it. But he's in a bit of a dilemma, because these coins are kind of out of reach, okay? He's only holding one. If he moves, if he tries to reach out, the branch may not be able to support his weight. If he tries to climb higher, then there are spindly branches there that may prick him. So what this card is saying is that while the divine feminines have come into the recognition of what is most precious to them, what they value the most. This is a time for them to get back down to earth and get grounded again. Okay? They're holding this close, whatever they've gotten out of this journey up to this point. But another strategy now has to be employed in order to get the rest. And for that, he first needs to get back down to earth and sort of revise the strategy depending on your situation. Okay? The next card we have is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, here we have a woman, and she's in a luxurious bubble bath. Okay, she's quite tired. As you can see, she didn't even remove her other shoe from the other foot, but she's basking in that bath. So this is the time really for rest, for meditation, to, I don't know, feel beautiful again after going through all this, whether it was an emotional journey that this twin flame path took you, whether it was physically taxing. And yes, I do agree with that, because just last week, no, these past weeks, ever since April to May, we've been downloading a lot, and each and every time there was a download or there was an upgrade of DNA getting into your crystalline matrix, the body is cognizant of that changes, and the way that it conveys that to us is that it's tired, it's aching, it's in pain, all these ascension symptoms. And now it's time to rest, scale back. As I've said, take care of yourself. And as I've said, here, the Divine Feminine, for those of the collective, the Divine Feminine, who have done their work, and now their twin is taking center stage, then let them. That's why this card is here. Okay? You can relax a bit and let the universe do the rest. We've always been told that we have to do things energetically first in order for them to manifest. That's why we're being told to stabilize in 5D. And then that's when it's going to trickle down into 3D, your actual dimension that you're inhabiting. Okay? So this is a card advising the Divine Feminine to go take a well-deserved respite. Okay? Okay, there. And then the next card we have for the Divine Feminine is the Nine of Swords. Okay? Because why do we get the Nine of Swords all the time for the Divine Feminine? Why? Because she keeps doing the work. But at some level, she doesn't trust that that work is going to take effect. That's why even after she's done the work, she's tired. She keeps second guessing herself. Did it work? Will it have any effect? And that is the Nine of Swords. You can see here, because this sword was conceived by the artist, inspired by the movie Pan's Labyrinth. And if you've watched the movie, it's this girl that has nightmares, and in her nightmare, central to that was Pan, and he didn't have any eyes. Okay, and that's how he made that symbol that he could see. Anyway, here in this Nine of Swords, look at this. We see the chess piece of the king, but it's toppled over. It's like the king has committed harakiri. Okay, so this energy doesn't serve the Divine Feminine, because it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You do massive work. You lay down the energetic groundwork, okay, for things to happen. But you don't give the universe time for it to come to fruition. Instead, you send out contrary signals that, no, I'm not sure. Maybe it's not going to happen. No, it's never going to happen. Oh well, you know, that kind of thing. Now, that scales down the effectivity of what you've done quite a bit. So, this has to go. It's like, and I know I always use this analogy, but if you're cooking something, you keep checking in the pot. You know, the recipe says it's there for, it should simmer for 2 hours. Okay? And the purpose of leaving it for 2 hours, okay, is for all those flavors to come together. With the proper amount of heat, with the steam, with the lid on top, so that everything will cook at the right time. But if you keep lifting that lid, it's still going to be tasty, but it's not going to be as tasty as when you allow those flavors to work. Because every time you lift up that lid, there's different temperature air coming in, changing again the cooking environment. You taste a bit, you mix and all that. When you're being told, let it simmer. After that, that's when you taste. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, and the last card we have for the Divine Feminine is the 9 of Coins. And here, this is the card of being comfortable, yes, by yourself, but also being embraced by abundance and wisdom. So, what is this saying? This is saying, okay, in the context of what I just said, remember, you've done your work. It's time to step back and relax, but remove this energy. And while you're waiting, because the Divine Masculine is still coming into himself, okay, his light, his sun, okay, then be comfortable in just moving forward, secure in the knowledge that everything that you need, be it abundance, be it love. I know that's not here, but you can see there's this diamond there that's on fire, and we have since imbibed the diamond codes within us. So trust. Remember, the Divine Masculine is catching up, and he's at a good place now to catch up. Things are going to happen fast. And the Divine Feminine now, while this is happening, okay, and yes, I said fast, that's energetically wise, but here, the Divine Masculine, 3D, slow but sure, but there's movement. Remember, just be happy by yourself instead of being this energy, very doubtful, very second-guessing, very self-sabotaging, okay? So just move forward, because you are accompanied by your intuition on what you will have to do next in your journey. And the card above that, remember, is the 4 of Coins. And again, reminding us to be grounded. Grounded. It's like you've passed the theory portion. Now it's time for the practicals. Okay? Get back down to earth and then manifest it in your life, your 3D life. And let's pick some cards for that. Oh, here. I was looking for that. Okay, for the Divine Feminine. Okay, we have the Four of Coins. Okay. See here, you have to get back down to earth. Otherwise, you see this dagger here. There are things that you may not be focusing your attention on that you need to focus your attention on. Let's see. So there. For the Four of Swords. Okay. This is loss. This is even theft. And this is being depleted, basically. That's why you need to recharge. Okay? You've given a lot. Step back, rejuvenate, relax. You deserve it. And for the Nine of Swords, okay. This is a battle of the minds. Again, second guessing yourself. Instead of those two swords facing towards whatever they want to face. Here, this is a debate going on inside your head. And again, remember this image of the king committing harakiri. That's going to lead to your game over. If it is a game. It's not a game, it's just an expression, okay? So, there. That's something that Divine Feminines have to watch out for. And for the Nine of Coins, we have peace. This is getting to a place where you're happy where you are at. You know you are complete. Like I said earlier, there's no more, you don't feel the separation, despite even being in separation in 3D. Okay? Because remember, this is happening simultaneously. The Divine Masculine is still coming, catching up. And if this is your energy, of course, that just means that you won't have peace of mind. But when you have peace of mind, then all the gifts, the abundance that is due to you, the being able to step back and defer to your higher judgment because you trust your higher self, your guides. Even if, and I have a short story here, my parents were supposed to go on a cruise to Norway and then London and Scotland. They were going with their group of friends who have become family friends. And some of the, kids, okay, who we've grown up with also, of the other folks there, were going to go on that cruise. And I wanted to go. So, but the thing is, I asked. There was something nagging behind my head. So I asked my pendulum, should I go on this trip? Should I go on this trip? I haven't been to Norway. I've been to London. Okay, but I wanted to see the fjords. And then Spirit kept answering me no. I was quite persistent. I asked so many times. And, and the answer was no. So, I didn't know why, but it was really with a heavy heart that I told my parents I won't be able to join the group trip. But I needed to trust the guidance of Spirit. And as it turns out, you know what? My parents weren't able to go on that trip. Long story short, their visas were delayed, and the rest of the group had to go with them. the cruise was paid for, the tickets were paid for. But the thing is, if I had joined them, my parents would have processed my papers along with them, and that would have been money down the drain for me because it was non-refundable. Okay, so there again, that's why really, even if it doesn't make sense, it's better to trust in your higher guidance. That's why it's available, and you're one of the lucky ones. You have access to your higher self. Okay, let's pick okay, this one first. And for the Divine Feminine, we have the Six of Pentacles. And this is, look at this. It's like the universe giving you what you need, what you want. This is complementary to this Nine of Coins. Okay? And there are some that are still higher up, but they're there. You know, squirrels, they go up trees. So they're all there for the taking. And this is the energy for the Divine Feminines, at least for this week. And this for the Divine Masculine. Now let's pick a card in the middle, okay? See here. Two of Cups. I told you there is no separation. The Hero's Karmas, for those who have done their work, that's here now. And you have to rest easy in the knowing, in the certainty that you are already with your twin, and that 3D is merely needs time to catch up. Okay? Beautiful central energy for this reading this week. Okay, so that's what I have for you. For those who need support and guidance, personal readings, please do check out my website. And for those who are still interested in RASHEEBA healings, although I did say it last week, so now you can get that song out of your head. Yes, if you haven't gotten a RASHEEBA healing, most of those who have gotten RASHEEBA healings, they have gotten to that point of that alchemical marriage. Some twins, depending on where they're at, they've needed several RASHEEBA healings, because it's like Reiki. It's not one shot and that's finished. You know, it needs additional support, additional healings. So anyway, if you haven't gotten it, that's going to help. So please do consider RASHEEBA healings for you and your twin flame. I would advise the advanced RASHEEBA, because they're symbols for divine, to activate your divine light, just like the Divine Masculine activating his now, divine union, and this balance. Okay, so, and remember the one I was talking about, the thing I saw in meditation, that white light that's being precipitated by Isis. And remember this Beltane, when you do RASHEEBA, it's Isis and Ra, the sun god, and Isis. So they're working together, helping us achieve our own unions, alchemically and also in 3D. Okay, so that's it. Take care, everyone. Bye.